I can see some reactions. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to BoostMate's first webinar series on how to boost your brand. The first series is focused on social media engagement tips, which would be handled by Mr. Lichtego. He is a social media strategist and digital marketing expert. And for the next few minutes, he would be telling us some ways we can improve on social media engagements and for our brands and for our businesses. And after this session, we would have some questions and answer sessions, and which will be in the next session that you would join. And then you can ask him any questions. It's just a quick chat, but when we get to the questions and answer part, you're free to ask Elish any questions. But feel free to drop your questions in the chat, and I'm sure he will address it accordingly. So, Elich, thank you for joining, and I'm sure you can take over now.
All right, thank you all for attending this event. Can I have some emoji to be sure I'm heard? Awesome, fantastic. All right, so I'll be very quick with what I'll share because I believe if you are facing a challenge, there is a particular problem that you might be facing with your company or as an individual entrepreneur, right? Regarding something unique to your organization. So I'll be very snappy with what I'll share, then move to the question and answer section so that you can ask me more specific questions that I can address, which will help you because I don't want you to come to this event and go home like you went for a birthday party, you ate chicken, and that was it, right? Okay, right. So, you know, as a brand, boosting your brand visibility on social media involves a combination of strategies. There is no one way strategy that can answer all the questions, right? So it's bits and pieces of strategies that you emerge together to boost your visibility on social media. And the focus will be on creating engaging content. It's very important to note that it's not every content that your audience would like to engage with because if your content is not a content that inspires engagement, you are not going to get any engagement. For example, if you ask a close-ended question in a pool, it becomes difficult for people to express their opinion on the question. For example, if you ask someone, "Have you eaten?" The answer is yes or no, right? But if you ask someone, "What do you think is best to be eaten for lunch?" Then you open the question up, you open the content up for others to bring in their opinion, right? So always make sure that your content is friendly, it's engagement friendly. I'm choosing my words very carefully. It's engagement friendly so that your target audience will engage with. Secondly, you have to be very conscious of the kind of content you churn out to your audience. What you first have to even define your audience, right? That's so important for having strong engagement on social media. For example, if your audience are a variety of people, right? They have different interests. But what is the common interest that cuts across all the audience that you have? What kind of content resonates best with them? You get it? So if you have audience, let's say you have all the the four levels of audience. For example, you have HR, you have company decision making executive in the company. For example, the CEO, COO, founders, and all those top guys. You have them in your audience. You have your colleagues, those that you rub shoulders with. For example, those that you work with, right? Then those that are at the same level, managerial level or executive level as you are, right? You have to make sure that the content you create resonates with all of these levels of and people within your audience. Because if they don't see your content to be valuable to them, then don't expect any engagements from them. I hope that is well understood, right? So also you have to leverage the platform, the features that the platform has. For example, if your business is on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, right? All these social media platforms that I have mentioned have unique features on that platform, which helps you to increase visibility, right? So when you look at LinkedIn, for example, there is a feature that you can convert your normal LinkedIn profile into a page, right? To be a creator. That gives you an additional features on the platform that you can use. And when the algorithm on LinkedIn notice that shift of profile to page, it's kind of, should I say, favors your page, right? And helps you to get more engagement because they know the more you put in the effort, the more people interact, the more their platform becomes stronger, right? Because LinkedIn without content is just any other page. They thrive on content. That is why the reward they give individuals that create content, relevant content, is to give them more visibility. So you see that someone will make a post, the post has only 3 likes. When you look at the impressions has 10 impressions, which is not good. So in return, they are telling you that your content is actually not making any impact, right? So you have to redesign, refocus, repurpose your content, and you leverage on the features on the platforms. Okay. And also, interacting with your audience is so important, right? You make a post either on any of the social media platform, and then you go to sleep. Your audience can comment on your post and you don't comment back, you don't reply to their comments. Yours is just be posting content to them. That is all. You don't do that, right? Let me tell you something. One of the secrets people don't know is that the content section, especially on LinkedIn, is where business takes place. A lot of people monitor the way you respond to people's questions, the way you respond to people's comments, for them to engage with you for business. So if you are a business and you have a business page, right, and you are posting content, eh, your audience can come to your post and ask you something about your product or the service you offer, and you are not there, you don't care about your content section, you are not responding to them. You just imagine you call MTN and you have a challenge and nobody is there to even receive your call. How will you feel? Terrible, right? It's the same way. I can tell you for a fact that I had a call with a company from India today just because of the way I comment on posts, right? What I've decided to do is if you come to my post or my LinkedIn profile and you read my post for a week or two, you should be able to at least have 40% of your problems regarding digital marketing resolved by your own self, right? That is exactly what I'm doing, and that is what I do. So, your own is what? Are you going to be engaging with your audience periodically, or you are going to be consistently engaging your audience? Very important, right? Okay. So the next one is consistent brand presence. Very, very, very key. You maintain a consistent brand image across all social media platforms to build recognition and trust. You see a business page on LinkedIn having different brand colors, brand identity. Then you go to Facebook, then like two different companies, but they are the same company using different banner, different profile picture, different content. That is so inconsistent. And before a client will work with you, they are going to monitor all these things. To be honest with you, social media has become so much of importance. If you are not on social media, it's as though you don't have a home address, right? You don't have a business office address. That is how important it is. So maintaining consistent brand presence on all the social media platforms is one key thing, because don't give your audience the impression that you are different on any other platform. Let the consistency run through all the other social media platform, right? That increases trust. And once the person notices your brand colors, they know, hey, this is this kind of company, this is that kind of company. Let's take Nestle for example. They have this brand everywhere. You see them, consistent brand presence. So let's learn from the big guys. Some of them they do it um, unconsciously, right? But you have the knowledge, so you have to consciously make sure you practice that. Okay. The next one is social listening. So you monitor social media for brand mention, right? There sometimes you have you attend events and you meet someone, right? You represent your company when you go to events. You give your contact to someone, then maybe from their own company, they are making a post